Triggered by what? Menopausal weight gain. Why wouldn't you be? Well, firstly, because I didn't gain weight with menopause. I'm post-menopausal. Well, I've only got fucking 11 minutes, by the way. I was going to read to you from the book. You know what? Secondly, it's like, do you know what? I'm sick of people going on about it. You want to lose the menopausal? No, I don't actually. I haven't got any. I weigh less now than I did when I was a teenager. Why don't you shut up? Secondly, why are we playing on that in people? Thirdly, I'm going to read from the Bible. This is just gaining weight with age. It's not actually specifically about the menopause, although there is menopausal bits in this. What happens in the liver that allows weight gain as we age? So many people go through so much of their lives eating what they like, whatever that may be, following a philosophy of moderation, breaking that philosophy over and over again and still maintaining a normal, healthy weight. Then eventually the inevitable happens. For all but a rare few, a thickening waistline, more pounds on the scale, and a sinking feeling that their bodies have let them down. For many, liver problems will build quietly in the background for decades before the liver gets to such a sluggish point that its fat storage capability becomes dysfunctional. It's why people say that they maintain a steady weight for 10, 20, 30, 40 or 50 years and suddenly start gaining weight for no apparent reason. Often trainers will insist it's because the metabolism starts slow with age and that the answer is to eat a better diet and exercise more to increase the metabolism. Yes, people can often get results from diet and exercise. It's important for you to know that it's not because of these factors raise the metabolism, while eating more unprocessed foods and moving the body can help clean the liver, detoxing it and bringing it more oxygen. Parts of the liver get rejuvenated from exercising and eating better, and that's what helps these people drop pounds. It's not the metabolism being fixed from diet and exercise again. It has nothing to do with metabolism. With the person whose outward appearance is fine, the liver can be on the edge of sluggishness as fat deposits start to accumulate in it, taking shape and form. Eventually, people often get to the point where there is a sudden shift, weight starts to come on, though they're not doing anything differently. We have the beginning of someone telling them, you have a slow metabolism. This is the point. Over 50% of those who struggle with their weight have reached, and exercising rigorously and watching what they eat doesn't stop the numbers on the scales from going up. In these cases, the mystery of weight problems, the liver has become so sluggish that it needs extra special feeding support. Excess fat cells, pathogenic waste, excess adrenaline and or toxins have oversaturated the liver. When it's in this state, the liver can't process fat as well as it's meant to, so fat cells begin to collect in it at a more rapid rate. The liver becomes so congested internally that it builds fat around the outside of it, with pre-fatty, then fatty liver developing. Fat cells then begin to accumulate in the intestinal tract, and eventually the heart and arteries get saturated. A raised A1C level can occur along with diagnosis of pre-diabetes. Weight around the waist begins to cling. That's the fat cell side of weight gain. If everyone walked around with their livers in their hands, we'd see just how many people suffer from pre-fatty or fatty livers. Instead, we judge based on outward appearance, and that means that thinner people often get justified calling someone fat, with no idea that if we went by inward appearance, the livers would get the fat label too. They're just not exhibiting its effects on the outside yet. When someone is called fat because they're heavy on the outside, or when they think of themselves as fat, most of the time, fat is only part of what is making them heavier than they'd like to be. There's another side of weight gain, particularly mystery weight gain, and that's fluid retention. You're carrying around 60 extra pounds of weight despite your best efforts. There's a good chance that only 40 pounds is body fat. You have 20 pounds is fluid that your body is holding. This undiagnosed lymphedema is a result of your lymphatic system being forced to act as the filter your liver's meant to be. The liver is intended to be the filter for macro waste matter, when the lymphatic system is supposed to process out the micro. When the liver gets strained, though more waste slips by it, the resulting sludge is then passed off the lymphatic system. It's thicker than it's meant to handle, so lymphatic vessels and lymph ducts get clogged. Lymph fluid can't flow as it normally would, resulting in the lymphatic system trying to push lymph around the blockages. Pockets of lymph fluid start to collect, which translates to fluid retention. Simply know this is one of the keys to moving forwards. Mystery solved. What about the 80 or 90-year-olds who are still thin for no obvious reason? No, what about that, Dave? There was loads about menopause in here. And the liver, because it's all about liver rescue. I was just going to go, I've got some beetroot actually, I'm going to cook beetroot. I'm going to go cook boil some beetroot. Why did I just have fried bread? Do you know what? I just did it. That's not liver rescue. No, it's not. White bread fried in olive oil. It's very bad. With tomato poured over the top. Passata. I am though. I'm going to go cook that beetroot. And I just saw in here. I can't let me find it. Be the beacon. When we throw the word peace around without focusing on what it truly means, we lessen the value to the point that it registers a throwaway rag, crumpled tissue, used paper cup. It becomes a pop word that holds no real power. Spoken loud, it doesn't enter the heart or the soul of the person who hears it. It bounces off us because it doesn't hold the meaning once it did long ago. When we re-engage with peace's meaning, we find a feeling that takes us over our breath away for a moment. Peace is like being bound in a warm blanket, like sunlight on the skin, like a hot home-cooked meal on a cold night. All storms will pass. The storm will pass. The storm will pass. Peace be with you. Killing viruses and other pathogens. Meditation. I have to read that. Right up my scally alley. Mark's laughing. Is something in Pisces has appealed to this. Banana 9 cream, baked bananas foster, peach ginger sorbet. There was a potato bruschetta. What? Here's all those potatoes, this guy as well. Maple, I saw this actually, maple roasted Brussels sprouts. I'm thinking, do you know what, maybe that's going to be my Christmas dinner. 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts, 2 tablespoons of grape juice, lemon juice, maple syrup, clove of garlic, cayenne pepper, paprika, red pepper, sea salt. I'm already hungry for that. With rescue apple sauce, pineapple and apple chips. It was a I didn't see, I just caught it and I haven't been able to find it. I think it was a I've been brainwashed. Probably true. But it kind of fits in with my other book and her liver stuff, doesn't it? And what she talks about. Chickpea quiche. Caramel apple wings. Liver rescue smoothie. That looks like dragon fruit. I think it is that. Liver rescue broth. That's just celery and carrots. I don't know. I'm thinking about detoxing a bit. Hibiscus lemonade. Heavy metal detox. Oh, this is it. Hands-on liver flushing technique. Okay, I just wanted to read it. Here's a way to heighten the effects of the liver rescue 369. For each of the 9 days, take 5 minutes to lie down with your hand over your liver. If you can do this at home in a moment of peace, that's great. If all you can grab is 10 seconds at your desk or a parking lot, that works too. Rest your hand on the front right hand side of your upper abdomen around the edge of your lower rib cage. You can even gently walk your fingers into your last rib, going on your abdomen. All along, there are wake up pressure points to your liver. Now very gently, don't poke liver area, whole hand. If you like. You're giving it permission to cleanse. The thing is though, food has nutrients in, doesn't it? It's like, oh god, that's the important thing. I saw about what's her face breaking her ankle on stage the other day, and I know a lot of like osteoporosis is to do with like not only like the mitochondria and like the calcium, but it is nutrients, isn't it? Lack of like, if you've over time depleted nutrients in your body through restrictive dieting, Anyway, it starts complaining as you get older. I can't find anything else to dip into. Caricus and spider veins, barley root, grass juice powder, burdock root, dandelion root, lemon balm, milk thistle, nettle leaf. Oh shit, nettle leaf. I was meant to get some nettles. Red clover, spirulina. I'm going to make nettle and I know this sounds so nice. Maybe I should go and get some nettle and dandelion tea. I've got some in the garden. I'll do that. And cook those beetroot.